Okay, so now we're going to be working on two-step equations. So I want you to separate your paper by work and check. So on the left-hand side, we're going to have problem number 1. If you don't have the handout I gave in class, then you can still write it down on a separate piece of paper. So remember, you're going to write it on both sides. Okay, so remember, we're going to locate that variable. Here's our variable. We want to get that variable all by itself. So to get that variable all by itself, we're going to undo the addition and subtraction first. So here's my subtraction. I'm subtracting 2. So it's a minus 2. We're going to undo that. So we add 2. You bring down your 9a. And negative 2 plus 2, that cancels out. Bring down our equal sign, and now negative 65 plus 2 is negative 63. Okay, we still want a by itself, so this is 9 times a. Undo the multiplication. Okay, so you divide by 9, and then a equals negative 7. Let's check it. We substitute it back in the original equation to make sure it balances. So 9 times negative 7 minus 2 is supposed to equal negative 65. 9 times 7, or 9 times a negative 7, is negative 63. And we're doing our order of ops over here. And then negative 63 minus 2 is negative 65. Remember, when one side of the equal sign equals the other, or one side of that equation equals the other side, then we know that a is equal to negative 7, because when we substitute in it, it does make it true. Okay, problem number 2, locate our variable. It's over here on the left-hand side. Remember, it's not always on the left-hand side. So we want to get this variable by itself. So we're going to get rid of the addition and subtraction first. So the sign in front of this number is a plus. So we undo that. So it's minus 7. Whatever you do to one side of an equation, you do to the other. Now you bring down the negative 4x. Negative 7 plus negative 7 is 0. And 31 minus 7 is 24. Okay? Now, this says negative 4 times x. Let's undo that by using division. And that's x equals 24 divided by negative 4 is negative 6. Let's check our answer. Negative 4 times negative 6 plus 7 is supposed to equal 31. Negative 4 times negative 6 is 24. 24 plus 7 is 31. That balances. This side of the equation is equal to that side, so this answer, x equals negative 6, is true. Okay, so the next question, number 3, this says k divided by 3 minus 11 equals negative 5. Variables on the left-hand side, this is division. I'm going to get rid of that addition and subtraction first. Since this is a minus 11, I'm going to add 11. K divided by 3, that cancels, equals negative 5 plus 11 gives you 6. Okay, so now this is k divided by 3. So undo that. So you're going to multiply by 3. Gives you k equals 6 times 3 is 18. Let's check it. So basically, if we take 18 and divide it by 3 and we subtract 11, it's supposed to equal negative 5. Let's see. 18 divided by 3 is 6 minus 11. 6 minus 11 is negative 5. And it checks. Okay, so the last problem I'm going to show, and then you're going to do the next 4. So we have 8 equals 23 minus 5w. So our variable is over here, right? It's a negative 5w. So we want to get rid of this 23. Remember that you're always looking at the sign in front of the number. The sign in front of that number, there isn't one, so it's understood it's positive. So we need to undo it. So we subtract. Whatever you do to one side, you do to the other. Okay, so 8 minus 23 is negative 15. This cancels because a plus 23 minus 23 gives us 0. And then we bring down this negative 5w. This is negative 5 times w, so undo it by division. That cancels. W equals 3. Let's check it. 8 equals 23 minus 5 times 3. So 8, 23 minus 15. 23 minus 15 is 8. and it balances. Okay, so I want you to do problems number 5, 6, 7, and 8 and show your work and step. Okay? And check, I'm sorry. Show your work and your check. And I'll see you next class.